With more on Vice President Biden's trip, we have Derek Scissors joining us from Washington. He is the Asia economist for the Heritage Foundation, the Conservative Public Policy Research Institute. Thank you very much for speaking to us. So we're hearing from our reporter there. I mean, this is all about really gleaning, getting some insight into the man who's going to be the next leader of China, Xi Jinping. What will Biden be trying to understand about this guy?
Well, Xi Jinping is supposed to visit the U.S. in a couple of months. The schedule's been thrown off because the vice president is going to China late. But sometime in the early fall, he'll be visiting, and that's really what the main point of this trip is. This is the first opportunity for the U.S. to see Xi Jinping in an official fashion. If all goes well from Xi's point of view, he's going to be leader of China for 10 years. It's a big deal. So I think this is really a set-up trip for the second trip. And as Mike Forsyth mentioned, we're going to get the Chinese complaining about our debt.
Yeah, they'll be trying to establish some sort of rapport, won't they? But how much do we know about Jinping, his personality, his politics, his policy priorities, if you like?
Well, the Chinese do a great job of shielding the heir apparent. And when Hu Jintao took over, we were all just guessing what he was like. He turned out to be incredibly stolid. Xi Jinping looks like he has a little bit more of a personality, but he is also an absolute party loyalist. He is what's called a princeling, the child of a famous senior party cadre. So I think he'll be a little less boring than Hu Jintao. But at this point, based on what we know now, before the vice president's trip and the return trip, we can't expect much in the way of Chinese policy changes.
Derek, just talk to me a little bit about China's priorities with Joe Biden's visit.
Their priority is actually probably the debt. The Chinese are stuck. They have to buy our debt for the foreseeable future. But that doesn't mean they aren't worried. They do want to hear a plan from Vice President Biden where we get ourselves under control fiscally. Not that they can do anything about it except complain, but they'd love to hear that plan from the Vice President when he comes in.
All right, good to get your thoughts. Derek Scissors, Asia economist for the Heritage Foundation. Thank you.